We mentioned earlier in the press conference na tingin natin na tunog lata kapag ginalaw-galaw mo yung pre-trial brief, no? Uh, and if tunog lata na siya, what more the trial proper? Dahil nakita natin at the very core of the pre-trial brief submitted by the defense team of VP Sara Duterte, wala pong affirmative defenses, wala pong independent arguments other than to simply rebut through a general denial yung mga allegations in the articles of impeachment.
Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
We could sense your frustration earlier in the press conference because of your disappointment over what the other panel had submitted in the pre-trial conference. Can you elaborate on your frustration?
We mentioned earlier in the press conference na tingin natin na tunog lata kapag ginalaw-galaw mo yung pre-trial brief, no? And if tunog lata na siya, what more the trial proper? Dahil nakita natin at the very core of the pre-trial brief submitted by the defense team of VP Sara Duterte, wala pong affirmative defenses, wala pong independent arguments other than to simply rebut through a general denial yung mga allegations in the articles of impeachment. And again, no, yung pag-summon ng issues on technicalities that were already ruled upon in previous House Committee on Justice hearings and pleadings, pero rehashed again here at the pre-trial brief and in the conference. So that's frustrating because we want answers. The people have been clamoring for answers for years. And in this supposedly first step before the trial hearings, hindi pa rin po natin nakuha yun.
But this should make your job easier.
May ganun nga pong pagtingin because kung titimbangin din yung dalawang arguments, medyo may limitation yung general denial compared sa allegations and you supplement and you support it with evidence. Pero ang interest din naman natin dito ay yung proseso ng pananagutan, yung pag-provide ng due process to both parties. At syempre, we hope that both parties take those opportunities, no, hold on to them para ma-exercise nila ng diligently. And we can see with the submissions of VP Sara Duterte, no, even though the greatest allowance of due process was provided to her, to the Office of the Vice President, hindi pa rin po natitake yung mga opportunities na ito.
Okay. Yung bang konting diskusyonan o medyo there was an argument supposedly or raised voices, was that over the insistence na kahit na nasagot na yung mga issues ay inungkat ulit ng defense panel?
Normal naman po in adversarial proceedings such as trial na merong disagreements. So I believe, and how we know legal processes, in a pre-trial conference, ipe-present ng both parties yung kanilang proposed stipulation of facts. So ideally, you arrive at common stipulated facts that the clerk of court and the presiding officer will essentially rule upon, or even the body, the Senate as a body. And yun yung pahawakan nyo papuntang trial. So other facts that are not in that proposed stipulation, you have to prove. Pero sobrang iba yung proposed stipulation of facts ng both parties. Sa House Prosecution Panel, yung nasa Sabaliat Al-Cabrera complaints and even the articles of impeachment, yun po yung ating proposed stipulation. Yung kay VP Sara naman yung nasa answer niya and yung submissions niya to the Supreme Court. So, dahil po magkaiba yan, magtutugalian yan kung alin po yung panghahawakan na common. And dahil din po siguro doon, nagkaroon ng disagreements. That's normal. Pero ang sa atin, successful at least na at nagkaroon ng pre-trial conference, day one. The next one will be next Monday, no, dahil hindi po natapos yung marking of evidence because of the voluminous and ang dami ng records. Pero tuloy-tuloy sana to hanggang trial.
Okay. So in this pre-trial conference also, you kind of lay your cards down, di ba? And so the defense knows how you will approach trying this case. How far have you gone in doing that?
I think we've gone farther than the team of VP Sara Duterte dahil tayo lang naman yung nagle-layout ng allegations at ng arguments. Tayo din po yung nagne-name ng witnesses. Meron tayong reservations of additional witnesses, documents to be presented. Meron din pong corroborating witnesses na may general description. Pero all in all, we're very specific. No? This is unlike the VP Sara Duterte pre-trial brief na a lot of it ay general yung description and hindi pa nga po specific yung purpose kung bakit sila sinasummon. For example, no, they say that they'll reserve at least 5 officers of employees of the Department of Education to disprove the allegations in the articles of impeachment. Tas lahat po, puro ganon.
Walang
meaning.
pangalan. Walang pangalan.
Yes po. That's very general yung description at hindi po detalyado yung reason kung bakit sila isasummon. Tama po kayo that in a pre-trial conference and in the briefs that you submit before, that is your laying of the cards. Dahil po, gusto nating bigyan ng fair opportunities yung both parties to respond to the allegations of the other. No? At ayaw nating biglain sila, though definitely may reservation of witnesses at pwede po talagang may mga sudden developments during the trial proper. Pero yung meron na tayo, bigyan natin ng fair opportunity yung both na mabasa, mag-respond, no, at magkaroon ng intelligent response na pwede nating pagdebatihan, no, on the level of principles and on the level of rules. Kung wala pong ganun, not only is it unfair, pero sa bahagi po ng mamamayan, ang kinakatakutan natin, hindi natin makuha yung sagot na matagal na natin hinihiling.
So would you say this is bad faith? Would you already say that? Would you go as far as saying that on the part of the defense panel?
Siguro not yet. For now, may good faith naman sa appearance and yung appearance ng authorized representatives in the pre-trial conference. Pero gaya po nga ng sinabi ng aking co-spokesperson sa press conference kanina ni Congressman Zia Adyong, na iba yung appearance and willingness. So, kung ikaw ay pumunta lang for the sake of pagpunta, nag-submit for the sake of nagsabi, hindi pwedeng sabihin sa'yo na hindi ka nag-submit. Hindi pa yun yung willingness. Hindi pa yun yung willingness to answer the burning questions of the people, the constituency of the Vice President. And pag-undergo ng proseso ng pananagutan sa pinakamalawak na good faith na inaasahan natin, our public officials should exhibit as an example to everyone.
You had your private prosecutors with you. Did the defense panel also have the representatives of the Fortune law firm?
To clarify, I was not there physically, but I can confirm that the public prosecutors were present. The private prosecutors were also present. And in fact, they were very active in the marking of evidence, which took up most of the time for the pre-trial conference. And at the same time, yes, we are aware that sa bahagi po ng team ni VP Sara Duterte, her legal team, Fortune Narvasa was there and siya yung authorized to appear as legal counsel for VP Sara Duterte.
There was also a mention in your press conference that you expected the VP to be there. Pero sa mga pre-trial conference, hindi naman kailangan dumating yung akusado.
I think it's still a matter of showing up for the people, especially since she made previous commitments to be ready and willing to face these charges at the proper court. Ito na po ang proper court. Bakit po hindi niya pinapakita yung readiness and willingness na yon to the people, as she mentioned. In fact, no, sa tenor ng answers and the pre-trial conference, it doesn't seem like she's most ready or most willing. Because at the answer, she prayed for a dismissal, which is not found in the Constitution or in the Senate rules when you talk about impeachment. Pag impeachment, dadaluyin niyo yung buong proseso ng trial, susuyurin niyo yung witnesses, yung evidence, and only after that, you come to a decision point kung may conviction or acquittal. Wala pong at any stage no, pwedeng may dismissal. No? And hanggang ngayon, in the pre-trial brief and conference as well, binibring up yung mga technicalities to continue questioning and emphasizing na they're putting under question yung authority and yung kapangyarihan ng House Committee on Justice and yung iba't ibang naging involved sa proceedings na tumulog sa impeachment court. Na sa amin, ang fear nga po is this could cause delay. Dahil kung paulit-ulit pong binibring up yung technicalities, that could mean more time spent on that than on the actual answers.
Ibig bang sabihin, pag nag-open na on July 6 ang trial, pwede pa bang erase yan ng defense panel and move for dismissal and get senator judges to vote on this? Is that?
I expect, yes po, I expect that to happen, if ever. Dahil po, that would be consistent to their position provided in the answer. What would matter, therefore, would be yung objection na pwedeng ibukas ng House Prosecution Panel, paano po ito i-rule upon ng presiding officer, and if there's a motion, paano po ito pagbobotohan. Yun po ang posibleng pwedeng mangyari no, on one of the trial hearing dates. Could be yung first or even kung kailan po maaaring erase yung ganong klaseng motion. That's why sa amin the challenge is if this drags on, no, kung if the technicalities lengthen the proceedings, baka po magka-fatigue yung mga mamamayan sa pagsubaybay.
Doon pa lang sa motion to dismiss, baka humaba ang proseso. Ito yung sinasabi mo.
Oo. And ayaw natin ng ganong pangyayari na yung supposedly nakakaintindi at napangahawakan yung proseso ng pananagutan, sila pa yung ma-isolate. So, continuous naman yung pag-explain natin. Pero of course, we'd like to ensure that the processes in the Constitution, in the rules, and what we expect, what will happen in the impeachment court, lahat sila upheld.
So, can we say that they're going through the motions of indicating that they are participating, they're willing for this trial to begin, but beneath all this is a plan to scuttle it from the very start once the trial opens? Is that a fair statement to make?
I think that would be fair, Ms. Ces. Pero ayoko rin namang pangunahan yung legal strategy ng VP Sara Duterte defense team. Pero we're just pointing out what we observe, which is that up until now, technicalities are being raised. The supposed meat or yung substantive defenses, affirmative defenses, contravening evidence that's still not found in the pre-trial brief, in the pre-trial conference. Ano na lang aasahan natin sa trial kung sa stage na to na dapat nilalatag na siya, ay hindi naman po nalatag. We're wary of that happening, of the continuous evasion of answers from the VP and her team. And what we want at the end of the day for the Filipinos is closure. No, may mga tanong lalo na sa issue ng korupsyon, ayaw natin na hindi to nasasagot. Ayaw nating nawawala yung katotohanan sa kamay natin at natatabunan ng disinformation. At gusto natin mabalik yung pera, lalo na kung may ruling na ito ay nakurakot. So at the end of the day, this impeachment process has to continue and then has to finish. Kailangan po siyang matapos in line with the principles of due process and accountability.
All right, we thank you for your time. That was the spokesperson of the House Prosecution Team, Congresswoman Rene Co.
Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog.